Good afternoon and welcome to Art Keller Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin for Carthage Firebird Soccer. The men's squad today will be taking on Hope College. Hope is over here from Holland, Michigan. The Flying Dutchmen come in today at 0-1 and 5. Lots of draws so far in their 6 games this season. Carthage comes in at 2-3 and 1. Carthage is, however, undefeated here on the home pitch. They are 1 win and 1 draw so far from their 2 home games. So they'll try to keep that streak up today with a win over Hope. These two teams last met in September of last year, so just about 1 year ago. Hope won that game 2-1. It was a game in Holland, Michigan, so we'll see if Carthage will be able to return the favor on this leg. Carthage is coming off most recently a loss at UW-Eau Claire. Just this Saturday, they went down to Eau Claire 3-1. Just before that, though, they did beat Lawrence a week ago today, 3-0 up in Appleton, Wisconsin. So they have 1 win and 1 loss in their last week. Hope, on the other hand, is coming off, surprise, surprise, a draw. They drew 1-1 at Rose-Hulman on Saturday of this week, and they did lose. Their one loss was just a week ago, last Wednesday, at the University of Chicago, where they lost 3-0. Both teams have a first-year coach, which is kind of interesting. David Blahnik is the first-year coach that's coming in for Hope. He previously coached at Olivet Nazarene University from 2012 to 2017, but this is his first season in charge of the Flying Dutchman. Lease, of course, is in his first year as well at Carthage. This is just his 7th game in charge. So far, Carthage has a 2-3 and 1 record overall on the season. It's a beautiful day for soccer here, about 75 degrees at Art Keller Field. This one's starting a little bit early, the 4 p.m. start, because of the fact that there is a women's game tonight as well. The women's soccer team will be taking on UW-Whitewater tonight at 7 p.m. So the men get the early tilt today. The women will be in the later game. The two teams are just getting ready here. You see the referees getting ready to come out, getting some last-minute instructions from Coach Lease, as you see on the bench there. And they'll be heading out to the field very shortly. So far this season, Mickey Riley has been the leading scorer for Carthage. He has 2 goals on the season. Eli Schofstall also has 2 goals, so the two of them are sharing that goal lead. Christian Leckie has pretty much had almost all of the minutes so far in goal. He so far has a 1.27 goals against average on the season, and we expect him to be starting again. We'll see if Coach Lease is going to stick with his plans from earlier in the season. He was talking about playing a little bit more defensively early on and trying to get that attacking going forward in these games starting out now and heading on into the CCIW season. In fact, this is the last game that Carthage will play before they start their CCIW season. Their CCIW openers on Saturday against Illinois Wesleyan, so this is the last tune-up before that CCIW season gets underway. They'll take on Illinois Wesleyan on Saturday night this week at 7:30 right here at Carthage, and then next Wednesday they'll be at Carroll, also another CCIW match. Hope will be home next versus Heidelberg next Saturday, this Saturday coming up at 3 p.m. The teams are now taking the field, so we'll give it over to the PA announcer for tonight's starting lineups.
College Flying Dutchman and your Carthage Firebird. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Flying Dutchman. In goal, number 1, Dan Hesselbane. Midfielder, number 19, Kai Francisco. At defense, number 5, Cole Hawley. At defense, number 12, Jake Lyon. your goal. Defense 3, Jackson Strabo. At midfield, number 8, Griffin Brown. At forward, 16, Nick Cooper. And at midfield, number 4, Seth Walters. The head coach of Hope is Dave Gladden. And now, here are your starting lineups for the Carthage Firebirds. In goal, wearing number 0, Tino Corhonen. At defense, number 2, Giovanni Kurorama. At forward, number 7, Trevor Molitor. Midfielder, wearing number 19, Mickey Riley. Midfielder, number 20, Nick Renfro. At forward, 21, Eden Crowder. At defense, wearing number 22, Colin Moran. At defense, 23, Joe Rollins. At midfield, wearing number 26, Eli Schultzdahl. At defense, wearing number 27, Omar Cordova. And at midfield, wearing number 30, Christian Inestra. The head coach of Carthage is Paul Leese. He's assisted by Colton Walter and K.L. Brown. Fans, at this time, we ask you to please rise if you are able, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And there you have our starting lineups, and the two teams are shaking hands now and getting ready to start this game. A few changes from the Carthage lineup, from the lineup that Coach Lees had been using earlier in the season. They've been away for a few games, and it looks like he's made a couple of changes in his starting lineup. The most obvious one, I guess, would be the goalkeeper. Tino Korhonen has come in. Tino is a freshman coming to us all the way from Finland, so he gets his, I believe it's his first start. He's played 45 minutes so far this season, so this is a bit of a change because Christian Leckie had pretty much played most of the minutes up until, I believe, the last game, so that's a little bit of a change. Colin Moran comes in on defense. Quinn Roth had been playing in that center back position, but I know Colin has a lot of minutes, especially from last year. Colin's a junior from Oswego, Illinois. He comes back into the starting lineup. And Omar Cordova comes in, it looks like possibly at one of the fullback positions, probably in place of Kevin Riley, who has been playing right back essentially most of the season, as well as Christian Inestrosa, who has come in, the midfielder, the sophomore from Round Lake, Illinois. He'll get a start tonight, and we'll see how much substitution Coach Lees is going to make. As we've said in previous games, Coach Lees usually runs a fairly short bench. He doesn't play a lot of players. He tends to stick with a fairly small group, making just a few substitutions during the course of the game. So far this season, as I mentioned, Mickey Riley has 2 goals, and so he leads Carthage currently, along with Eli Schofstall, the freshman, who also has 2 goals. So those 2 players for Carthage are 2 certainly to look out for here. Both of those players are on the pitch early on. We'll see what kind of a structure Carthage puts into place here. It looks possibly like they might be playing 5 at the back. It's a little bit hard to tell, at least in these early stages. Maybe it is just 4, with one of the midfielders playing a little bit deeper there. Goes all the way back. Korhonen boots it long. Trevor Molitor, who's playing the left-hand side here up front, looks like kind of a attacking midfield position, or a wing on this left-hand side. So he'll get the start today. Looks like Aiden Crowder's playing up front, possibly in a more central position. Mickey Riley is usually in that kind of number 10 attacking midfielder role, and it looks like he's playing there, although right now he's in a pretty advanced position as he puts some pressure on the defense of Hope. Hope's leading returning scorer is also on the field currently. That is Seth Walters. I'm sorry. No, I apologize. That he is not the leading returning scorer because he's a freshman. It was Nick Kubert. I apologize. He was the leading scorer last year. He had 6 goals in 2021. Nick Kubert is number 16, a senior this year for Hope. Throw in on this near side. That's Giovanni Guadarrama, who's playing left back today. And it looks like Omar Cordova, as I mentioned, is at that right back position. He commits the foul there, and that will be a free kick for Hope. Just about 30 yards out or so. It's pretty far for a shot, although they might attempt one from distance here this early in the game. Carthage lines up players on the edge of that 18-yard box. In fact, a little bit in front of it now. Setting up their wall, fairly small, just about 3 players in that wall currently, and the other players guarding the Hope players on the edge of the box. Looks like number 16, that's Nick Kubert, as I mentioned, the leading scorer returning. He took that free kick, tried to put it on goal, but it was, in the end, a fairly easy save for Tino Korhonen. Carthage playing it around here at the back. There's Moran. He's playing in the left-handed center back position. Does lost out of bounds there by Guadarrama, though, and Hope will pick it up there. It's number 11, Jake Lyon. Number 10, Matt Wimmer, playing kind of a holding midfield position. It looks like there he is with the ball now. Riley pressures him, but does get called for the foul. Mickey Riley seems to have one of the, I thought maybe he had the captain's armband on. I think maybe it might be an assistant captain armband. Referee having a few words of caution for one of the Carthage players. And Hope will have a free kick. So a couple of early fouls, giving Hope some opportunities to get the ball into the Carthage box, but so far they haven't really threatened much at this point. It goes into the box. Moran is there. Guadarrama gets it out. Eli Schofstall gives a little chase there. And Christian Inestrosa, sorry. Mickey Riley gets it there, trying to place it up to Crowder. Comes off of his hand, but the referee decides it's not a handball. Carthage isn't able to maintain possession, and it goes back to Hope, who again tries to play it upfield. Riley trying to pick it up there and move it up that right-hand side, but it does go out of bounds, so that'll be a Hope throw. Hope, as I mentioned, is over here from Holland, Michigan, so just essentially on the other side of Lake Michigan, just across the lake from where we are here in Kenosha. Not terribly far as the crow flies, but in a bus it takes a bit longer, as you do have to go through Chicago and its terrible traffic, assuming they took a bus and not a boat. Not a lot of soccer teams travel by boat these days, but they could to this game. In the middle there, Nick Renfro with a nice defensive play to win the ball back. He goes all the way back. Joe Ballas, I noticed just looking at the statistics, I think Joe Ballas is leading the Carthage team in minutes so far this season. He's been a stalwart there at the back, and Coach Lees has seen no reason to take him out, and he's starting again here this afternoon. Playing some strong defense. I think I mentioned Quinn Roth had been starting in that other central defensive position, but I believe he's carrying a little bit of an injury. And so Colin Moran has gotten a chance, although Colin played a lot of minutes last year, and so is an experienced defender to take that position. Ina Rosa, Nestrosa, making a few waves over there, and so he'll get a throw in on that far side. Christian hadn't had many minutes in home games, at least up to this point, so he gets a start today on that right-hand side of midfield, it looks like. There he is on the ball. It does come all the way back, though, to midfield. Joe Ballas battling there. That's Omar Cordova trying to find someone up front. Trevor Molitor's giving chase, but it is knocked out of bounds by Hope. Molitor throws it in quickly, takes that throw quickly. Comes upfield. Renfro tries to play it into the box. Molitor gets it. He's got a little space there. He tries to cross it, but a nice blocking slide there by number 5. That's Cole Pauley, the freshman, who is starting at the back for Hope. So an important interception there. Molitor had some space in the box and was looking for a good cross, but couldn't find it due to that good defensive play. So Carthage will take its first corner kick of the year, of the game. Certainly not of the year. Mickey Riley is taking it. The referee assistant suggesting that ball wasn't quite on the line there. It was a little bit off the line, and so he asked Riley to replace the ball. Riley now will kick it into the center. It's at that far post, but it does just go a little bit over the net. He's looking for someone coming in at the far post there. I think that was Colin Moran, who made a little run on it there, but he wasn't quite able to get it while it was still in bounds. Daniel Hasselbein, the sophomore, is the goalkeeper for Hope. Hope trying to find that long ball, trying to find some weakness in that center of that Carthage defense. So far they haven't been able to get through there. There's Moran to Schofstall and Ballas. Knocks it upfield. Aiden Crowder trying to find some position there. He makes a nice header, but the keeper was alert to the danger there. Inestrosa was coming in on that right-hand side, and if the keeper hadn't been there, he might have had an opening. Hope playing it up the center. Nice defensive play there by Moran. Schofstall tries to get back to Molitor. Molitor's looking good and active so far early in this game. He's hustling. Schofstall with a good defensive play there. He's been active so far in the middle of the field. Ball hit the referee. It's a new rule in most levels of soccer now that if the ball does hit the referee, that's an automatic stoppage of play, and the referee will do an uncontested drop ball, which he does. Hope trying to find something up their left-hand side. There's Aiden Crowder. Very nice ball there to Mickey Riley. Riley takes the shot. Oh, just wide. Really nice connection there between Crowder and Riley. Found a little pocket of space for Mickey Riley to run into. Riley decided to go with a first-time shot there, and it's just a little bit wide, but a good effort. And Carthage showing a little sting so far early on in this game and trying to get forward a bit, which I know will please Coach Lees. He's looking for that attacking strength to be part of Carthage's team. Through ball there, but Tino is there, no problem. and it goes long but out of bounds. Hope plays it immediately back in to their keeper. Hesselbein decides to go long downfield. Guadarrama will get to that one with his head. I guess Carthage does have two captain's armbands. It looks like Mickey Riley has one on, and Nick Renfro has one on as well. Nick's a junior from Naperville, Mickey a junior from Libertyville. Crowder playing center forward right now, hustling. Omar Cordova lifts it back into the center of the field, but Hope picks it up there. Ethan Jansen trying to find a through ball. Pino Corhonen, oh, he drops that ball. It's put in front, off of the bar. Mistake by the Carthage keeper. Can he get back? He does get back in time. He just dove for that ball. It wasn't a particularly difficult save, but he spilled it there, and Hope got a hold of that ball and took a shot on goal, and fortunately just happened to get that crossbar. So an early mistake for the freshman goalkeeper, but his team bails him out, and luckily Hope wasn't able to capitalize on that early mistake. All the way up to Mickey Riley there. Aiden Crowder looking around. Finds Inestrosa. Renfro to Schofstall. Schofstall going wide, trying to find Giovanni, but it is a little bit too far for him to handle. So that'll be another Hope throw in on this near side. We played just over 10 minutes so far. Carthage with probably a little bit more of the possession, I would say, so far, although the goalkeeping mistake almost led to an opportunity there for Hope. Here's another one, but that ball goes harmlessly wide. So that time Tino Coronen was pretty far out of net there, trying to play it pretty aggressively at the back and almost backfired, but again, Hope was not able to find that fairly open goal. Colin Moran tries to go down this left-hand side. It's pretty far. Aiden Crowder's giving chase, though, and he forces the defender to put it just out of bounds there, and so Carthage will have a throw-in down on that side. Mickey Riley takes it quickly. And a nice play there by Trevor Molitor to play it off of the Hope player and out of bounds. Well, they're saying this is a Hope ball. I think that's a mistake probably, but maybe the referee saw something that we didn't see. That's certainly possible. Carthage player's not too happy about it, but it is just a throw in. So Hope takes it very short there. Trying to find some link up in the center. Some nice passing to keep possession of it. Carthage is harrying those Hope defenders. Mickey Riley with some good hustle there. Nick Renfro trying to find Riley on a little run down the right-hand side. Hesselbein plays it out. That'll be a Carthage throw. Looks like Omar Cordova is over there to take that. Omar is a junior from Round Lake Beach, Grays Lake North High School. Schofstall was looking for a foul there, I think, on the edge of the box, but the referee was in a good position and decided no foul on the play. Hesselbein going long downfield again. Cordova with the header this time. Nice play there by Cordova to stop progress. It does go out of bounds. The right next to Coach Lease there, who's giving his players lots of instruction from the sideline. Hope looking for that through ball on the left-hand side now. And that will be a Hope College throw. Hope trying to find a way into the box. Inestrosa with a nice defensive play there to stop any cross coming in. Hustling back there on defense. Almost playing in kind of almost a wing back position there. He seems to have some defensive responsibilities, and as well as we've seen him bombing up the right-hand side in the Hope end as well. So sun comes out a little bit, brightening up the day. As I mentioned, it's pretty warm here today, especially for September, about 75 degrees at kickoff. It is expected to, cool off as the game goes on, as the sun goes down, obviously, but pretty warm for a fall game. Mahler will take the throw in. He goes back to Guadarrama. Goes all the way back to the keeper, Tiner Korhonen. Moran trying to find Mickey Riley. Mickey Riley gets a little bit of a run there on that defender. That's Cole Pauley, the freshman right back. He's been in a lot of action. Oh, a nice cross there. I think that came in from Molitor. And Crowder, I believe, was the one who had the shot in front, but it was saved by the Hope keeper. Got Carthage again, showing a little offensive prowess. Crowder tries to do a little through ball there to Riley. Those two trying to connect, but haven't quite found the right pass yet. But Riley had a nice little run there through the center. Riley was the leading returning scorer on this squad, and he and Eli Schofstall, the freshman, both have 2 goals on the season already. Hope now. Nice defensive play there by Moran. Trev Molitor. Nice ball up there. Mickey Riley gets a run. Got some possession. He comes into the center and shoots. Oh! Just wide. Shot from Mickey Riley. Goes into the side netting there. Took a real nice pass from Molitor up that left-hand side. Cut in. Got a shot off with his right, just inside the box and just wide. Palace with a little defensive play there. Colin Moran, they've so far looked good in their partnership at the back. Guadarrama goes all the way back, and kind of a little bit of an awkward ball there for the keeper. Tino goes upfield to Molitor off of his head, but Hope does pick it up there. This is number 6, Ethan Jansen, and it's cleared by Guadarrama. Jackson Straybell takes that throw in, back to Matt Wimmer. Nice play by Crowder, tries to find Molitor, but is unable to. Well, we're coming up on 20 minutes played so far. Carthage has had a couple of shots, but nothing too threatening. Of course, the biggest Hope chance was off that little fumble from the Carthage keeper. They put one off the crossbar. But that's been about their only effort so far. Molitor with a nice pick there. He takes it off of the defender, that's Jake Lyon. But he's unable to get control of the ball, and Lyon gets it back to his keeper. It's Matt Wimmer now. Colin Moran with a nice interception. Shelfstall. The Molitor. Some fancy footwork there. Gets past two defenders. Very nicely done. Shelfstall now is down that left-hand side. Running at his defender. Makes a nice play to get past one, but can't get past the second. Molitor comes in then with a shot, but it is over the net. But he took a crack at it there. It's in a pretty good position, but a nice little play by Shelfstall and Molitor really both up this left-hand side. They look to be trying to go long here. Not sure if they've seen something in the Carthage defense they think they can exploit, but they are mostly playing those balls long. Maybe they just don't want to play out from the back. Carthage has been applying quite a bit of pressure up front, so that may be part of the reason. Moran has made another defensive play. It was very nice. He's starting out strong here tonight. Wimmer to Straybell. Molitor defensively. Guadarrama back to Molitor. And he kicks it hard off of the Hope player, and that will be a Carthage throw. Guadarrama taking his time a bit, getting the ball back in. Looking upfield now. Off of Molitor's head, Mickey Riley gets a nice position there. There's Molitor, he goes back to Guadarrama. And back to Moran. Moran to Renfro. He finds Molitor with a nice little ball. Continues forward. A nice pass there. Oh, and Trevor Molitor was almost in position there to pick that ball up. Cole Pauley again, the freshman defender, was there. He's made a couple of nice plays at the back for Hope to deny Carthage a couple of shots already in this first half. Guadarrama goes all the way across. Ballas steps up to take that. Goes to the far side to Inestrosa. He centers it. It doesn't quite get through though. Good thought. It is knocked clear by Hope. And Omar Cordova on that far side will take the throw for Carthage. Looking for a teammate there. Goes out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick. So no substitutions for either side so far. We have just now reached the halfway point of the first half, 22 and a half minutes played. Score still 0-0 here between Carthage and Hope. Comes all the way to the Carthage defense. Guadarrama plays a little bit of an awkward ball, but it looks like it's setting up nicely for Tina Korhonen. Colin Moran finds Molitor, who's unable to control it. He goes up that left-hand side and again tries to find Crowder, who's making a nice little run across there. Guys are getting close to connecting up front. There's a whistle. Not sure what that whistle was. I think he thought maybe there was a substitution or something, but there wasn't. Can't see any other reason for that whistle. Carthage a little bit unhappy that they weren't able to play that ball quickly. I think it was just a referee mistake, which certainly they're allowed, right? Hope makes a nice play to get through the center midfield, and they're making a little run now, a little counterattack. Out on the left-hand side now. Try to go centrally, but Guadarrama takes up a nice position and heads that ball out. Hope again looking for something across the field. Trevor Molitor makes a nice defensive play. Looks like there was an offside there. Hope was offside, so they'll bring that all the way back for a free kick for Carthage. Colin Moran takes it over to Joe Ballas. Cordova looking centrally. Crowder with a nice little head on there. Mickey Riley has speed. Can't quite get past the defender there. That's Jake Lyon again. Makes a nice play to halt the Carthage attack, and a foul is called there. And that'll be a free kick to Hope. And Carthage is really making some nice runs up front, getting some nice passes through that midfield area, just haven't quite connected to get one on goal yet. I mean, they've had a few shots, but there's been some good defense being played by Hope, especially at the very back. Rand tries to clear that ball. The two center backs are pretty central there, but Corhonen comes out nicely to take that ball and eliminate any danger that might have been brewing there for the Hope team. Corhonen seems like he's settling in a bit. He had a few little missteps early in the game, but since that point has looked pretty confident. Carthage tries to get it forward, but is unsuccessful doing that. Referee sees a foul, but plays advantage. Hope tries to take advantage of that. There's a spill in the middle of the box, but it was a fall and not a push, apparently, so now there will be substitutions. These are on the Hope side, though. Looks like they're taking off 3 and bringing on 3. So a pretty major substitution, again at the 18-minute mark. We played close to 30 minutes here. So far, Coach Lees is sticking with his starting lineup. We'll see if he counters that Hope substitution with any substitutions of his own. As I said, he does tend to play a fairly tight lineup, doesn't go with a lot of subs. Riley up there hustling, harassing, trying to find something. Goes all the way back to the keeper, who again plays it long. Cordova sees that ball out of bounds, effectively getting good body position there. And it'll be a throw on that far side for Carthage. Bit of a scramble there in midfield, but Hope does come away with it. Trying to go through again, but Tino is there. Handles it easily. Hope hasn't had a lot of a threat so far. Carthage defense has marshaled them pretty well up to this point. Guadarrama goes back. Moran trying to find Crowder. Crowder makes a nice play coming back. Renfro trying to find Molitor, which he does. He finds Crowder. What a nice play. Crowder finds some running room there. He goes wide to Inestrosa. He's got some space out there on that right-hand side. He gets past his defender. Really nice cross. Mickey Riley slipped in the box. It was a little bit behind him, that pass, and he wasn't able to maintain his footing, and so Trevor Molitor was coming in but wasn't able to make that play. Looks like Eli Schaffstall will be the first substitution. Coming off is along with Inestrosa. Number 3, Mason McCaw, has come in, as well as number 15. That's Jack Georgie. Carthage tries to get a shot there, but it does fall eventually out of bounds for a goal kick. So 2 substitutions for Carthage. A long ball there. He was onside according to the referee. Nice defensive play there. It was Joe Ballas who came across to make that defensive play. Nicely done. It was a real tight call there on offside, but Hope was adjudged to be onside, and so they'll take this corner kick. It looks like number 7, Ben Bush, is out there now, and he's lining it up with a left foot, kind of an in-swinger with his left. Takes that shot. And a nice header there for a first goal. Well done, Griffin Brown, the freshman Griffin Brown getting that there. So on the first corner that they've really had all game, a really nice angled header goes in, and Carthage is now down 1-0. Looks like another substitution coming in here. Trevor Molitor is going off. Looks like number 17, Carter Boberg, the freshman, has come on. He'll play on this left-hand side. Griffin Brown, as I mentioned, was the goal scorer for Hope. Off of a set piece. Try to go centrally there. So very nicely taken cross, and difficult one to defend for Carthage, but I'm sure Coach Lease would have liked to have seen a little stronger defense on that set piece. The ball goes all the way down and is picked up and dropped by the Hope keeper. So Carthage will play from behind here. Try to get a goal possibly before halftime to get even again. Mickey Riley in the center takes that pass from Boberg. A little bit strong for him to handle. Looks like Crowder and Georgie are sort of playing a front two at this point. Maybe coach trying to find something going forward. In the waning few minutes in the last third of the first half. Boberg, Crowder trying to play it in midfield, but it is brought back. Hope has a little numbers advantage here. Goes all the way out to that left-hand side. That was Ben Bush who had that nice cross for the corner kick. A long range shot from Hope. It is defended well by Moran. Georgie trying to go through the middle. Not able to hold on to it. Mickey Riley tried to make a defensive play there. It looked like maybe he was fouled, but not according to the referee. Ballas makes a last ditch effort there, and there's a offside. So the assistant's flag goes up, and Carthage will have a free kick. Clouds are rolling in here a bit. Cooling off quite a bit. There's a little breeze from the north as well, so that's keeping things a little bit cooler. See the flags on the far stand, all picking up that north wind. They're trying to find a way through, but unable to do so. It's Jake Lyon, who's had a pretty good game in defense for Hope. And there's another offside. So that'll be another free kick for Carthage. Just under 12 minutes here to play in this first half. So Carthage is getting ready to make another substitution as soon as there's another stoppage in play. I think that's maybe Luis Garduno who's looking at coming on. He's had a good start to the season, the junior from Mount Pleasant. Nice defensive play there. Omar Cordova, who's now come over to this left-hand side. Cordova there with the ball. Really nice sliding tackle. Crowder to Riley. Riley goes through, Georgie almost had it there. Nice little play by Riley. Good vision to see him there. There's Mason McCaw on that right-hand side now. Looks like McCaw has moved into that right back position. Looks like Mickey Riley's going to get a little rest here. And it is Luis Garduno who's come in. Riley doesn't usually get a lot of breaks, but he's getting one here. About 10 minutes to play. Way down in the corner there, that's Colin Moran. He is not. Well, he does maintain possession there off of the Hope player, and so that'll be another throw for Carthage. Mason McCaw, it looks like, is lining up a long throw. Nice run up. Nice ball into the box, actually. Goes all the way across. Oh, but there was a foul there somewhere. Referee calling a foul on Carthage, and so that will be a free kick to Hope with under 10 minutes to play. Try to go with that long ball again. Moran is there with the head. Cordova with another nice defensive play, and he lets that ball go out of bounds. Oh, that's a corner. Cordova thought that that ball had last gone off of Hope, and so he let it go out of bounds rather than playing it. Well, it was a little bit of a risk for a defender. Of course, Hope scored on their last corner kick. Ben Bush, who provided that corner last time, will do it again. He's got that left foot. Another nice ball into the center there. Comes across. Right in front, it's loose. A little bit of a scramble there, and finally kicked it free. Carthage looking a little shaky so far on those corner kicks. Carthage now on the counter attack. Aiden Crowder got some room to run there. He crosses it all the way across, and all Hope can do is clear it across the end line. So that'll be a corner kick now for Carthage, coming from that far corner. Looks like Garduno has gone all the way across to take that corner. The referee has stopped play briefly. Come over here and speak to the assistant referee. Maybe the assistant saw something. A little conversation before this corner kick will be taken. Garduno, as I mentioned, is lining up that corner kick on the far side, and the assistant and the referee still in conversation about something that maybe happened behind the play, possibly. Now the referee is getting back into position, getting ready to restart the clock, which he does. And the kick goes in the middle. Cordova has it deep. Comes all the way across. Keeper isn't able to get it there. Mason McCaw trying to get it back into the center again. Joe Ballas plays it out here. Carter Boberg tries to go crossfield. Colin Moran was there, but it's a foul is called on Carthage, and that'll be a Hope free kick at the back. So Carthage unable to capitalize on their own corner after having conceded one on a corner just a few minutes ago to Hope. First half winding down here, just 7.5 minutes to go now. Tried that long ball a lot, Hope, but they haven't had much luck. Tina Korhonen. Picks it up. Plays it out to Moran. Tries to go downfield. It does go out of bounds, but that'll be a Hope throw. Jackson Straybell taking that. Carduno intercepts it. Finds Crowder. Tries to go to Georgie, but doesn't make it through. Moran's got some pressure there. He was fouled as he jumped ahead that ball. The assistant was just a few feet away and was on that call. Ballas goes right-hand side, trying to find McCaw. Just lost there. Carduno and Renfro playing in the center of that midfield. There's Cordova. Carter Boberg trying to find a way forward. There's Cordova again. Tries to go long to that side. Offside. Mason McCall. Maybe just a step behind his defender there. Looking across the line. Pretty good crowd here today. Some fans from Hope as well as a good turnout from the Carthage fans. This kind of afternoon game. It's a slightly unusual time for a game, but fans are here cheering on the Firebirds. Ballas and Moran have pretty much the only two players that have been in the whole time. I think Nick Renfro's played the whole first half as well. Aiden Crowder as well. So I think 4 players, and I guess Cordova has too, actually, just changed positions. So East has changed about half the lineup and kept about half the lineup the same. Corhonen plays it with his feet that time. A bit of a scramble over there. Hope comes away with it. Ballas is there to knock it off of the Hope attacker. McCall with a throw in on that far side. Aiden Crowder's got a little run here. That ball goes out of bounds. That's Jake Lyon again at the back with a kind of last-ditch effort. I believe that's Grant Ostertag on the far side, the sophomore from Oshkosh who's come in as well. Missed that one on the substitution. Scramble in the box there, and it is knocked clear by Hope. Carthage trying to find something. Nice ball into the center there. Ooh! Nick Renfro almost got on the end of that. It was a really nice ball in. But Daniel Hasselbein, the Hope keeper, has been good. He's been strong so far in this game. Cordova, nice play. Boberg trying to find a way through. All the way down here to the Hope player. I guess he was onside according to the referee. Plays it back. He didn't have much in support there, but he was able to hold it up. It's all the way through, and this time there is an offside. Carthage playing a strong line there. A few words of caution from the referee for the Hope player. Paulo Alcala. There's Ostertag. He's playing in that right back position, it looks like. McCaw's playing a little bit further forward. That's my mistake. No handball there. There's Ostertag again. Nick Renfro. It's Cordova. Finds Crowder, who tries to get it through, but he does end up getting it back. Good hustle there. Just 2 minutes to play now in this first half. Carthage really looking to try to get a goal. It does go off of Crowder there. He's unable to control it down in that corner, so Carthage will try to apply the pressure down here and maybe get one more opportunity before we find our way to halftime. Cordova goes across. Ballas steps up to take it. Looks for a pass, finds Garduno, who makes a nice play out to the right-hand side. There's Ostertag. He crosses, but it does end up out of bounds. So he got an opportunity for that cross. Didn't quite get it into the box, but he made a nice run to get forward there. Hope makes one more substitution. It looks like Carthage is going to stick with their current lineup for the rest of this half. Just over a minute to play. Substitution has been made, and now the ball is back in play. Ball goes long there.
1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute.
There you hear the 1 minute call. Korhonen at the back. Makes a little controlled play right to Nick Renfro. To Crowder. Garduno, who again makes a nice play. Boberg gets it on that left-hand side. Nice passing there. Boberg crosses all the way across. Renfro back into the box. Nobody attacking there. Carthage had a few players in the box, but nobody able to get to it. Garduno has really lost that midfield since he's come in. Cordova tries to make another one of those kind of deep crosses, and that'll be a corner for Carthage. Just about 20 seconds left, so Carthage is throwing all of its players forward here, trying to get one more chance on this cross. They will get this cross off. The defenders have all gone into the box.
10,
just have
9,
one player deep.
8,
There's that corner.
7, 6,
Moran
5,
gets a head on it, but it
4,
doesn't get towards the goal.
3,
Garduno tries to head it
2,
back in.
1.
Georgie tries to make a spectacular play there. So after the first half, the score here at Art Keller Field in Kenosha is Hope College 1 and the Carthage Firebirds 0. We'll be right back after this halftime break. Welcome back to Art Keller Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin, where we have Carthage Carthage Firebirds taking on the Hope College Flying Dutchmen. The statistics that come back from halftime, and they are fairly interesting. Carthage actually had an advantage in terms of possession time, 56% to 44%, so a fairly small advantage, but they did have an advantage in terms of overall possession. Each of the goalkeepers had 2 saves in the first half, although the one goal obviously was scored by Hope. Hope had a few more shots as well. They had 8 shots in the first half to Carthage's 5 shots. 3 of the 8 shots for Hope were on target. 2 of Carthage's 5 shots were on target. So a fairly even game, as the statistics tend to show. There was, of course, the one goal in the first half that came at the 29:40 mark. Griffin Brown scored that goal for Hope, with an assist from Ben Bush. That was on that corner kick from this near side. Really nice headed ball by Brown into the far corner of the Carthage net, and that sees them leading 1-0 at halftime. For Carthage, in terms of shots that first half, Mickey Riley led the team with 2 shots. Trevor Molitor also had a shot, and Aiden Crowder had 1 shot as well. In terms of who we have starting, it looks like Coach Leese has gone with the lineup that he had, kind of a mixture, it looks like, of the lineup that he started with, as well as a few of the substitutes. Carter Boberg, I see here on the right-hand side. Grant Ostertag as well has stayed in on this right-hand side, but I notice Trevor Molitor is back in on that left-hand side, playing in the forward role. Mickey Riley as well has come back in and just played that first ball out of bounds to throw for Hope. Schofstall is back in as well. So most of the starters back in. 2 of the defenders for Carthage played the entire first half. Colin Moran and Joe Ballas, the 2 central defenders. In addition to that, Nick Renfro, the captain, played all 45 minutes. Eli Schofstall also played all 45 minutes of that first half. So a few players Coach left in there, and he's trying to mix and match a little bit with some of the other players, trying to find the right combination and get that initial goal. Mason McCaw has stayed in on the right-hand side here in place of Aiden Crowder, I believe, who was in that position in the first half. That ball goes all the way back, and it looks like we do have a change at goalkeeper as well, so that's a fairly major one. Looks like number 1, Christian Leckie, has come back in. Christian, of course, is a senior from Medina, Illinois. Tino Corhonen had a few mistakes in that first half, and of course gave up the goal, although that wasn't really his fault. But it looks like Christian Leckie has come back in for the second half. And as I mentioned, he's had the lion's share so far with that first half, included Tino Corhonen. So far has about 90 minutes. He's played one full game, and all the other minutes have gone to Leckie. There's Trevor Molitor, plays it up to Mickey Riley, trying to get it out of his feet there. Molitor picks it up on the way through, goes wide to Boberg. It doesn't quite make it all the way through. He comes back, though, to Ostertag, who finds Molitor trying to make that little interior pass. Doesn't quite get there. Ballas with a nice header there. He does end up on the ground, and there is a foul there. Push. Lucky for Carthage, because that would have been a slightly tricky situation had he remained on the ground and Hope picked up that ball. Never good to have a central defender out of the play. Mickey Riley now up on that left-hand side, makes a nice play. Crosses it. Boberg, shot. Nicely done there by Carthage to get that shot off, but a nice save from Daniel Hesselbein. But Carthage showing some attacking intent here early on. There's Ostertag. He lofts it into the middle. Riley was there, just couldn't quite get a boot on it. And it goes out of bounds to Hope on that far side. So a good opportunity there early on. Carter Boberg was the one who got that shot off. There's McCaw. He tries to find that ball through the middle. Molitor gives chase. Molitor's been active in this game. Showing good hustle. It looks like Carthage is going to try that long throw again. They tried this a few times in the first half. Mason McCaw seems to have a long throw that he can get into that central area. All the way into the center, but it is headed up, and Hesselbein makes the play. So far, though, Carthage has had all the action down in this end, basically. Hesselbein tries to go long, but it does go all the way down the field and out of bounds, just 5 yards short at the end line there. Be a Carthage throw. And that'll be a Hope throw. Nice play there by Ballas to deny the entry pass. Riley tries to get across there, playing centrally. And out of bounds off Hope. That'll be a Carthage throw. Ostertag takes it deep in the corner. Shelfstall trying to get a hold of it there. Ostertag struggling a little bit there with that attacker, but he does manage to keep him out. That'll be a Carthage throw again. Goes upfield trying to find McCaw. McCaw makes a nice little play there. He was being fouled at the time, so that'll be another Carthage free kick a little bit further up the pitch. Ostertag takes that free kick right into the center Unfortunately, Hope picks that ball up there. That was a little bit misguided kick. Cross. But Colin Moran is there and clears it. A little bit of a mistake there at the back, possibly. Giving up that ball centrally, never a good idea. Hope now picks it up again. Carthage unable to clear the zone. Put a lot of pressure on up there. Ballas makes a nice interception. Not able to fully clear it away, and it does go back to Hope. But Cordova is there to clean up the mess. And the ball eventually ends up a Carthage throw. Omar Cordova's had a good game, really, out there on the left-hand side. He did switch over to the right back position later on in the first half, so he's played both sides of that defense and had a strong showing so far this afternoon. So Carthage will need to get at least a goal here to even it up to maintain their undefeated record at home so far this season. See where that goal may come from. Wind has picked up a little bit here, now coming a little bit more from the west than it was before. It's mostly coming from the north now, so we'll see if that has any impact on play. Hope tries to get a cross in there, but it does end up going over the end line, so that'll be a goal kick to Carthage. Christian Leckie takes it. Ballas has Ostertag. Goes back to Ballas. A little bit of a dangerous position there, and they're giving it up again. That's a couple times they've given up that ball in the defensive end, which is a very dangerous thing to do. Coach Lease with his arms outstretched, asking why. A little bit of indecision there on the Carthage defensive side. Moran, though, is there to clean it up. Mickey Riley with some good hustle there to knock that ball out of bounds. Little stoppage here. I guess for an equipment problem. And we're underway again. Shelfstall back to Moran. Cordova upfield. It's past Renfro though. Hope tries to play it in there. And that time Grant Ostertag was alert to the danger, made a nice play to get it out of bounds. A shot. Ooh, just over the net. That shot came in from number 8. That was Griffin Brown, the goal scorer from the first half. And Brown shot it just over the crossbar into the upper netting. Looks like Carthage making a substitution. Mason McCaw has gone off and Aiden Crowder has come back in. Crowder and Riley had some nice combination play in that first half, so we'll see if they can recapture that magic. Renfro, he does a lot of the dirty work in midfield. Controls it there. Leckie out to Ballas. Ostertag back to Ballas. Almost picked off there. There's Boberg now. Schaafstall. Trying to clear it out by giving it up. Ball rolls very slowly out of bounds. And that will be a Carthage throw deep in their own corner on the near side. Ball up through the center there. Excuse me. There are 2 players down currently, both Hope players. It looks like there is an injury on the field. Hope player down holding his shin. Might have gotten a knock there. Training staff has come out to attend to him. And we have a stoppage of play. So 34 minutes, just over 34 minutes to play here in the second half. We played about 10 minutes so far, just over 10 minutes in the second half. And the score remains Hope 1, Carthage 0. As I mentioned at the outset, both these teams have a couple more games coming up this week. Carthage will have its CCIW opener at home here on Saturday at 7:30 against Illinois Wesleyan. And then we'll play at Carroll in their second CCIW game of the season next Wednesday. So 2 games this week, one on Saturday night here at home and one at Carroll up in Waukesha on Wednesday. Hope, their next game is home versus Heidelberg. That's Saturday at 3. So it didn't look like there was any kind of a card or anything there given. It was just a incidental contact that created that injury. The referees have discussed it, and I don't think they're taking any action. So that will be a free kick for Hope. Arguing a bit over where that free kick should be taken, but the referee has chosen a spot on the field where he felt like the foul took place. I think Hope was looking for the free kick where the injury was rather than where the foul was, which was a bit closer to the goal. But they are about 40 yards out here, a little bit too far probably to make an effort on goal, but they'll certainly try to get something into the box and create an opportunity. Number 19, Kai Francisco, is lining that up. He puts it into the right side of the box. I believe that was Jake Lyon who got his head on it, but he wasn't able to steer it goalward, and so it'll be a Carthage goal kick, which they take quickly and move out of the zone. Trying to go long. Mickey Riley picks it up there on that left-hand side. He tries to find Crowder. Crowder unable to get to that ball. Hope trying to go over the top here. Lecky is out off his line. Boots it high into the far stands. I always think on the broadcast it looks like nobody's at these Carthage games because nobody ever sits in those far stands, I think, except for football games. All the fans are right here underneath the booth in the camera position, so you never see the fans, although sometimes you hear them, especially when they're unhappy with a call or something. You can hear them. Mickey Riley makes a nice play. He knocks it upfield. Aiden Crowder has the run on his defender there. He's got some space, and it's knocked out of bounds. Again, that was number 11, Jake Lyon, who's had a really strong game in defense. He was the one that was able to catch up with Crowder there, but it will be a Carthage corner. Mickey Riley is taking the ball over to that far side. Teaching a film class this semester, and both those guys are in that class, actually, Mickey Riley and Aiden Crowder. Riley takes that free corner kick. It's knocked out of bounds there by Hope, so it'll be a repeat again. Looked like Riley had some kind of a idea of going a little bit short there, trying to find one of his on-rushing players. Maybe he'll try to loop this one into the box. He does. Far side. Renfro is there with the header. Schofstall gets that ball, ooh, and tries to take a shot with his left, and that'll be a goal kick. So a good effort on the corner there by Mickey Riley. Hope makes a couple substitutions. Carthage sticking with their current lineup, which is, as I mentioned, pretty close to the starting lineup. With a few exceptions, Guadarrama came off for Ostertag, who's on the ball here. In that right back position. Nice play by Renfro to Riley. Riley trying to find a way upfield. Cordova goes back to back there. Fullback to fullback. But it is picked up by Hope, and they take a shot from about 30 yards out, and it does sail harmlessly over the net. Carthage has given away a few balls at the back here, though. I'm sure Coach Lease will not be particularly happy about that. Looks like a substitution here. Cordova is making that same switch from left back to right back, and I think Giovanni Guadarrama has come back in at that left back position. I believe it was Grant Ostertag who went off the pitch. In fact, he is now walking around the pitch. That was Grant. Carthage has a free kick inside the Hope end. Guadarrama just came on the pitch. In the center there, Ballas picks it up. Calmly goes back to Moran. Comes far side to Cordova. Ballas trying to find a way through. Trying to go long there. Carter Boberg has a nice little footwork there to get the ball away. Goes sentry to Schofstall, but he wasn't able to control it. Colin Moran goes up that right-hand side. Boberg gives chase, but he is beaten to the ball, and Hope turns it upfield going the other direction. And pressure there, Mickey Riley from the middle comes across, battling with his counterpart there. And a foul. Foul there gives Hope a free kick. Schofstall going long, trying to find Mahler on that left-hand side. Renfro with a nice header. And there's a foul there. Fans getting a little bit restless, disagreeing with some of the referee's calls here on the near side. And that's Kai Francisco again. Knocks it into the box, but Lecky has a beat on it and picks it up easily. Looking upfield. He decides to go long. Crowder's underneath it. Can't quite get a head on it though. Cordova with a nice play there. Back to Cordova. Ooh, tries to get through there, and he is fouled. And here's the first card of the game. And that's a yellow. That's number 19, Kai Francisco, who's called there for that yellow card. Hard foul, and he was cautioned by the referee. So that's the first yellow card of the game. First time the referee's had to produce his card for a caution. And Kai Francisco, the senior, for Hope, is the first recipient. Zomar Cordova now. Carthage has amassed a bunch of players at the far end of the box. Goes short here. Shuffstall. They're going to play a little 2-on-1 game. Shuffstall with a nice move. He goes wide. That's Guadarrama. I apologize. It goes into the box. It's central. Moran trying to get on that ball. And a foul was called in the box. So Carthage gets a little bit of an opportunity there. A little look at goal anyway. Schaffstall and Guadarrama are almost able to work that little 1-2 there down the side. Did get a cross in, but nothing came of it. Colin Moran at the back. He's been strong. Cordova trying to go long. Schaffstall centrally. Moran again. So long, goes off of Hope and out of bounds. That'll be a Carthage throw. Molitor's over there. He'll take it. Oh, looks like they're going to make a substitution quickly. And it looks like that's Kevin Riley who's coming on now. Mickey Riley's older brother. And he's moved out to this right-hand side, although he's typically played in the fullback position. It looked like he's playing a little bit more of a midfield role, maybe even attacking role in this right-hand side. So that's a little bit of a change in terms of his positional play. Coach trying to get something going forward here. Riley's got good speed, good soccer instincts. There's Crowder. He makes a nice play to get that ball. Carthage has a few players in the box. There's Riley who just came in. He tries to get that kick off with his right foot and it just dribbled off. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to square it up. But he'd just been in the game, not even a minute. Nice play there. Oh, Trevor Molitor with a left-footed cross. Mickey Riley with a diving header coming across the box, and it just goes wide of the net. So a really good cross there and a really good effort at Riley, who's often in those attacking positions. So wasn't able to get that one on net, but Carthage showing a little bit of attacking vigor. There's Moran who steps up on defense. Here's Riley, as I mentioned, on that right-hand side. Cordova still in that right back position. Crowder. There's Mickey Riley. He picks it up and tries to go across field to Molitor, but it is too far for him to possibly get to. And the Hope keeper holds it at his feet to try to waste a little bit of time. So we played over 20 minutes here. Carthage had a couple of opportunities, but haven't been able to capitalize yet. But they are certainly gunning for a goal here. They've gotten into some attacking positions and been strong at the back. Hope really hasn't seen much of the ball in this half, or certainly hasn't had much in terms of chances. Carthage throw. Moran back to Guadarrama. Tries to go cross field. It's picked up by Hope there. We've got a little room in the middle. Shot, but Christian Leckie is there in the right position. Left-footed shot there from the center of the pitch. I believe that was number 9, Thomas DeVries. Got that shot off. A goal now for Hope certainly would be devastating for Carthage, with trying to get that equalizer. Schaffstall now. Boberg playing a little more centrally. Now that Kevin Riley's come out to this right-hand side, Carter Boberg has gone more central. Molitor goes deep. Ooh, just to the top of the net. Carthage had at least three players attacking there. We'll make another substitution here. It looks like Carter Boberg will go off. I believe that's Nick Renfro, who got a little bit of a break, and he'll come back on, the captain. Or one of the captains, anyway. Looks like Colin Moran has gone over to the sideline there. I'm not sure if that's an injury problem or... He is limping a bit, I think. Not sure if he's got an injury problem or exactly what's going on, but he is coming off. So we'll see who will slide back into central defense here, or whether... Looks like they'll make an injury substitution. Ostertag is coming out to this right-hand side. Omar Cordova is sliding into that left center back position now. So he's played 3 of the 4 positions across the back so far already today. This one's a bit of a force change because of the injury, apparent injury anyway, to Colin Moran, who I can see on the training table over there. So he's getting a little attention. He was able to get off under his own power okay, but not sure what the injury was. It looked like something, maybe a hamstring or some kind of a knock on the leg, possibly. A foul called there. And hope we'll have a free kick just inside the Carthage end. Number 5, Cole Pauly, the freshman, lined up to take that kick. He does get it centrally. It's headed back into the zone, but a nice play there by Schofstall to get it out. Goes all the way back. Jake Lyon picks it up there and goes back to his keeper. Knocks it right back up through the center. So Carthage a little short of central defenders, I think. Omar Cordova not typically a central defender. But with that injury to Colin Moran, and I think Quinn Roth, as I mentioned, is out with injury as well, who had been playing that position. They're having to shift things around a little bit. Coach Lease having to improvise. But Cordova's had a very good game at the other 2 positions he's played, so one would think he'll have no trouble playing in the center of defense as well. Ostertag trying to find Crowder. It's knocked out of bounds there. That'll be a throw to Carthage. Ostertag picks it up there. Grant's a sophomore from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Oshkosh West High School. There's Nick Renfro with a header, but it does end up going back to Hope. Ostertag kind of tripped over the Hope player, so that's a foul, and goes back to Hope. So just 20 minutes here left to play in this game. 25 minutes played and 20 left to play in the second half. So far, Carthage unable to find a way through this Hope defense. They've had some opportunities, but good defensive play, good solid goalkeeping as well. They haven't been able to find that final goal. Hope is making a substitution here, so that's what we're waiting for. And now we're ready to play. Christian Leckie playing it at the back. There's Ballas. Tries to go long, but gets it off the side of his foot a bit. Comes deep into the stands, and that'll be a Hope throw. Renfro to Riley. Kevin Riley, that is. Nice play by Cordova at the back. Guadarrama now has a little space out on the left-hand side. He finds Molitor. Molitor cycles it upfield. And Hope turns it out of bounds. Trap Molitor. Nice quick throw in there. Right to the center. Nice diving play by the keeper. Mickey Riley was there. Had the keeper not gotten off his line very quickly, but now it goes quickly back the other way. That's number 4, Seth Walters is back there. Joe Ballas makes a nice play to get in front of him and keep that ball from getting into a dangerous position. Kevin Riley trying to find his brother, Mickey Riley. Riley goes down, appealing to the referee, but doesn't get a foul call. Tried to go Riley to Riley there. Nice through ball tried by Crowder. Sorry, Crowder with an attempted shot there. Renfro made the through ball. Nice play by Guadarrama over there and a sliding tackle. Avoiding the foul, but stopping the progress of Hope up the field. Hope making a lot of substitutions now, trying to keep their players fresh. Carthage really just trying to find some rhythm so far. Renfro plays it on this side to Ostertag. He loses the ball there. Hope picks it up. There's a shot. Ooh, and it just kind of approached the Hope player in the box there just a little bit too quickly for him to be able to get his body in the right position to get a shot off. That was number 4, Seth Walters, the freshman, pardon me. Got a substitution coming in here. Looks like that's Mason McCaw who's coming in and Grant Ostertag who's heading off. Back in play. Guadarrama on the far side. Cordova now. Goes long. Mickey Riley trying to get in there and cause some trouble. Right-hand side. McCaw now is playing at right back. He's played a couple of positions here today. And Hope picks it up again in midfield. Trying to go to that far right-hand side. I think it was a little bit too far for the attacker there, and it comes all the way back to Leckie, and he goes out to Ballas quickly, trying to move that ball upfield. Ballas finds Guadarrama on that far side, who has a lot of room to roam. Tries to go centrally to Schaffstall, but it doesn't quite make it. And Hope picks it up again for another attack. Although it does go out of bounds, and that'll be a Carthage throw. McCaw now goes way upfield. Crowder there, unable to corral it. Riley goes in trying to get that ball, wasn't able to. Hope kind of taking their time in the midfield here. Carthage gets it back quickly. Mickey Riley now. He was fouled. Carthage free kick, pardon me. There it is. Cordova plays it across to Ballas. McCaw. He goes upfield. Mickey Riley is fouled there. And that'll be a free kick for Carthage in a good position. Just about, 4 or 5 yards, I guess 4 yards basically outside of the box, 22 yards out. It's a good position to try to get something into the box. Riley's standing there, Molitor standing there, Schaufstall standing there. They're all discussing what would be the best option from this position. Three-man wall set up there by Hope inside the box. And Schaufstall has gone off the ball now. Mickey Riley will take it into the box. It's there. Ooh. Aiden Crowder couldn't quite get the right body position to get a shot on net there, but he did get a crack at it. Came all the way through to him, who was just on the edge of the goalie's area there. Carthage couldn't make anything of that free kick, although it was a good effort. Just about 12 minutes here to go. A little bit of a clumsy foul there. Renfro just couldn't quite stop his momentum. Referee has a little chat with him. And restarts play. Lyon takes that free kick, tries to go all the way down into the Carthage box. Lecky with a long kick. Bouncing around there, Kevin Riley gets a head on it. He has a little beat on his defender. It's knocked out of bounds, and that will be a corner kick for Carthage. So good hustle, Kevin Riley, to create that corner kick. He moves into the center, and it looks like Trevor Molitor comes over here to take that free kick with his left foot. There it is, into the box. Ooh, it's a nice ball. But it's cleared away by Hope. We've got a little run on it here. That's number 4, Seth Walters, all the way down there, and now it's all the way down at the other end of the pitch with just Giovanni back defending. Walters finds his teammate, Matt Wimmer. Comes back to him, and they control it in the Carthage zone. Some nice interchange there in midfield, but it comes through harmlessly to Lecky with 11 minutes to play. He picks that ball up. Carthage looking for a goal or possibly 2 in this last 11 minutes if they can. So far have not found a way through, but they've had some opportunities here in the second half. They've had a lot more of the possession, I think, even more. They did have more possession in the first half too, but I think they've had even more, I would say, in the second half. Joe Ballas with a nice header there. Maintain possession for Carthage. Cordova goes all the way back to Lecky. And now Mason McCaw has it, looking forward, trying to find someone. He goes long, but it does go out of bounds on this near side. And another substitution for Hope. Be a throw in for them here. Out of bounds. To Carthage. Cordova now, who's slid into that center back position pretty effectively. Try to go left-hand side to Mahler, but he isn't quite there. Ball bouncing around on the edge of the box. Hope will be content to just control it back there if they can, although Guadarrama makes a nice play to clear it. And here's Renfro, he's got some space. I'm sorry, that's Shuffstall. Kevin Riley picks it up though. Looking around, trying to find a teammate. Goes back to McCaw. There's Riley again, back to McCaw, a little 1-2. He goes up to Mickey Riley, who tries to knock it off. McCaw was making that run all the way into the box, but couldn't quite get it back. Go up that left-hand side to Molitor, but again, unable to connect there. Under 8.5 to go. There's Crowder up front. Here's McCaw now with a little bit of space. Tries to go centrally. Mickey Riley picks it up there with a nice play. Now to that left-hand side, Trevor Molitor picks it up. Tries to cross it on the first time. It is blocked there by the Hope defender. Schaafstall trying to find a way through. He does, somehow. Into the center, and oh, it's just a little bit behind Aiden Crowder, who was right there in the center of the box, but it kind of was a little bit behind him, so he tried to drag it in sort of with his left foot, but it was behind him. So it was difficult, very difficult play to try to get. Referee not happy with the time wasting here. Felt like the keeper was taking a little bit too much time to pick that ball up, and with a 1-0 lead, he conferred, I guess, with his assistant, who said that the wasn't necessarily a time waste, so he didn't end up booking him. But certainly he's alert to that. Hope boots it downfield. Goes out of bounds. Carthage with under 7 minutes here now. Go all the way back to Lecky. He finds Cordova. Finds Guadarrama. Renfro, who puts a nice little ball through there, but is a slide tackle by Lyon. I'd say Lyon's probably been their most valuable player today, if I had to vote. It's really been kind of everywhere at the back. Comes out to this near side, McCaw now, trying to find a way through. And unfortunately goes out of bounds there off of Renfro. Hope will probably take their time here and getting up to this one. That clock continues to run, now under 6 minutes to play. Shot. Ooh. Does end up going just wide there. That was number 10, Matt Wimmer, who got a hold of that one, but put it quite a ways over the net. Lecky trying to go long here. Kevin Riley is there, gets a head on it. Does come back into the zone. Crowder gives chase. Good hustle there, but it does end up going upfield. Referee has played advantage here, although there was a foul on Carthage. Not sure Hope would have wanted that advantage. Probably would have preferred the stoppage, but that's the way it's played. Up through the center. too far. Hope. Some desperate defending there. Referee has called time with 2 players down. Not sure if there was a foul there, if he's just concerned about an injury. Looks like it was a foul on Hope, and Carthage will have a free kick. At least that's the way they're lining up currently. Oh, yellow card, okay. Second yellow card of the game. That was Matt Wimmer. So Carthage will have a free kick here with under 5 minutes to play. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. Carthage has massed 8 players on the edge of the box. They've got 3 players in defense. Looks like Cordova is lining up this free kick. He goes left-hand side to Guadarrama. Guadarrama goes into the box. It's there. Ooh! Crowder got to that ball before the keeper, but it just didn't quite make it on net. It went just wide by a few yards. He was there before the keeper, though, and if he could have gotten the right contact with his head, I think that ball would have gone into the net. So another good chance for Carthage. See if they can fashion at least 1 or 2 more of those. Try to get the equalizer here in the last 5 minutes of the game. They've really had the lion's share of possession here in the second half and really say have been deserving of a goal. They just haven't found a way through yet. Schaufstall goes through. Hope is really just knocking the ball downfield pretty much every chance that they get, just clearing their lines, and Carthage keeps coming at them. Cordova, Guadarrama, Riley in there. He does end up with it eventually. Looking around, trying to find his brother. He does. Kevin, Riley, it goes off of the Hope player, and that'll be a corner kick to Carthage with under 4 minutes. Molitor's lining that up. Some of the defenders are coming into the box. Joe Ballas is coming up there, getting some of their taller players into the box. Molitor will take that corner. He does. Nice. Ooh, a really good save there. And another one. Ooh, Schaufstall tried to line that up and take that volley. Really a game-saving save there. Daniel Hasselbein, sorry. Hasselbein made a nice diving save just on the near post. Carthage getting a good effort from that corner. They've had a few of those today, but have not been able to find a way past that sophomore goalkeeper, Daniel Hasselbein. Also making a case for the player of the game, I would say. That save certainly was a extremely important one. Ball goes deep and out of bounds. We're under 3 minutes to play now. Time ticking down here in Kenosha. Bad pass there at the back, and a foul was outside the box, apparently. It would have been one step further, it would have been a penalty. But it looks like the referee believes that happened just outside the box, so that will be a free kick. Well, the ref had forgotten to call time there, I think. Let the clock run at least another 10 or 15 seconds probably. Well, maybe not that much. 10 seconds probably. Before he ended up stopping it. There is a Carthage player down. The Hope coach is having a few words with the referee. He felt like it was a penalty, maybe even a clear goal scoring opportunity, which could result in a red card for Carthage. if that were the case. That is a red card offense. But apparently the referee didn't feel that that was the case. Oh, there's a yellow card there. Okay, not a red card. Carthage's first yellow card of the game, and I believe it was Omar Cordova who ended up with that yellow. Little less clear because he was heading off the field at that point. And it looks like Christian Inestrosa has come in for Cordova. I'm not sure if he'll be at the back or if they'll play with maybe 3 at the back. Carthage has set up a wall there. Referee positioning that wall now. It is a dangerous position, certainly, for a free kick just outside the box. 18.5 yards, essentially, from goal. Carthage putting a few more players into the wall now. They've got about 8 men in the wall, it looks like. Hard shot, way over the net. Clock is running, 2 minutes to play, so Carthage quickly plays that ball out. Joe Ballas goes downfield. There's Inestrosa. He goes far side for Molitor. Molitor trying to finesse that ball around the corner. Goes up to Crowder. Centrally now, Inestrosa took a swing at it, but he wasn't able to get it. Molitor comes all the way across the field. Mason McCaw now picks it up. Into the box. Mickey Riley was there. Couldn't quite get it going the right direction, though. Guadarrama now trying to get it back into the box. Under 1.5 minutes to play now. Getting awfully tight here. Carthage really making an effort to try to get that equalizing goal. Mason McCaw again. Central. Molitor tried to get ahead on it. Goes back into the box. Carthage has 5 players up front now, right on the edge of the box. They're really trying to
1 minute remaining in regulation.
Overload. Just a minute to go now. Can they get one more chance? Joe Ballas, Mason McCaw carries it forward, gets it into the box. No foul there. Mickey Riley picks it up. Ooh, he almost had a run on it. And now Hope has a run here. Takes a shot from long distance. It does go out of bounds, but there's only 26 seconds to go. Lecky trying to get it upfield for one more chance for Carthage here. They're really in Hail Mary mode at this point. But Hope gets a hold of that ball and knocks it back into the Carthage end. Will there be time to get it upfield for one more
10,
play?
9,
Only 10 seconds left to play.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's the game.
Your final score for today's
Unfortunately, a 1-0 defeat for the Carthage Firebirds men's soccer team. That'll take their overall record on the season to 2-4-1. Hope gets their first win of the season, and they are now 1-1-5. Next game, as I mentioned, for Carthage up here Saturday evening. Their CCIW opener will be here at Art Keller Field Saturday at 7:30 against Illinois Wesleyan. And remember that tonight, tune in again for the women's team, which will be at home here playing again on the stream against UW Whitewater tonight in just a little while at 7 o'clock. So from Art Keller Field, I'm Professor John Bruning, and we'll see you back here for tonight's women's game.